Well, hi everybody, how are you? I'm so pleased to say that it's lovely and sunny here in South Wales. You know, we've been having some terrible rain for weeks and weeks, well, months actually. So we've finally got 2 days, yesterday and today. The sun's out, it's lovely clear skies as you can see. It's still pretty cold even though I'm in a t-shirt, but you know, us British people, we're hardy and we can cope. So as you can see the house, we've had the scaffolding taken down and we've still got these areas to paint. Now guys, I'm so desperately frustrated. You see, we need temperatures above 10 degrees for the paint to dry and we're still only at 7 or 8, but we're going to give it a go because we've got 4 clear days of weather, no rain. The problem is with the rain is if we know it's going to rain in 2 or 3 days and we put the paint on the dry days and a few days later it's not dry and it rains, it'll wash the paint off, and it's just, you know, I just don't want to do that. I'm wasting time, I'm wasting money on doing it, and I'm wasting labour. So that's where we're at. Now John, my guy, has been here, so he's done a bit of the painting round the windows. He's put the white on and he's just done it to see yesterday to see and make sure it's dry. But you know, it's getting there now. If you can see, if you remember from before, it started to look right. Now everything inside is now finished. I'm going to take you inside now. So it's, of course it's Wednesday, and tonight I should have been flying out to Asia, as you know, but because of the virus that's been spreading, it's so frustrating, because I was looking forward to doing some training in Hanoi, and I was looking to come and see the people in KL, and you girls, you know, we were going to try and hook up. But look, I've postponed this now to April, and rather the end of March. So by the end of March we should be good. But I just couldn't risk it because we didn't really know a week or two ago what was going to happen with this virus, how rapidly it was going to spread. And the last thing I wanted to do was fly over to Asia, then fly from Bangkok to Hanoi, Hanoi to KL, KL back to the UK again, or Bangkok and back, and pick up some bug, you know. It was just so frightening. You just don't know, do you? So anyway, back to this. I'm here with Coco. She's sitting there behind the gate. She's come to give me a little hand today now. So she's giving me a little hand. Aren't you, Cokes? Aren't you, Cokes? You giving me a little hand? Are you? Are you giving me a hand? Are you? Are you giving me a hand? Yeah? Look who's here. Come on in you come. Right, so I'm going to take you inside. So what we've done here, I don't really want to step on the grass, but we've got that to paint, and we put some stones down here just to finish off that edge because it looked rather untidy, and that rainwater pipe was discharging into the ground and it was looking a bit poor. So we've put these stones around here. We're going to remove that little bit of wood and we're going to finish that off. Just a little bit of an extra touch to just make it look a bit nicer. And then I'm going to take it on. So we've cleaned all of this, and we had a huge amount of rubbish here the other day. It's amazing how much rubbish you produce from a job. So we had one skip, and instead of having another skip, I decided we just pile it up and take it off to the rubbish. Now, if you remember that doorway there was a doorway there. We've had that blocked up and dashed, and then we've painted here, but of course we painted and then the weather turned and we haven't had a chance to paint that yet, and it was still wet. So that's ready to go. So we're good up there. I don't want to go onto the pavement, onto the grass too much, but I'm going up onto the lawn. Here's another thing, see guys, when we're doing refurbs, we want to be careful how much work we need to do in the garden. Now, I had a provisional sum of £2,000 to do externals. It was just a provisional sum. Now, I haven't really had to spend that on the garden, but because we had to do all that extra work inside, that's where I spent the money. But I'll show you it all on the costings anyway. So here we are from the back. So we've got that flat roof. If you remember, I did say it would look similar to that one. So that's really good now. So we've got a proper roof on there instead of that plastic thing. And we've made that room really nice now. So rather than being like a lean-to sort of temporary structure with just a toilet in there and a utility room, we've made that a proper shower room now. Now, I did allow an amount of money to do that. I allowed about £1,000 to improve that inside area, and I'll show you where I've spent that money. So if you look, we've got the roof all done nicely. The house is all painted up there. We have a bit of a wash off, but John's been back up there to repaint. We've got all the side to paint down there, and we've got this wall here to paint. Okay, so let's take you inside. Hey, Coach, you okay? You okay? Good girl. Right, okay. So we're going to go into the utility room. So this was just a space before, and what we've done is, when we do a kitchen, we always tend to have a spare bit of kitchen unit because we have to buy it in 3-metre lengths, and always the worktop is usually more than 3. So we have to buy 2 worktops, and it's always a good idea to try and reutilise that spare bit instead of throwing it away. So we put it here. So we've created in this space here, which was a utility room. So underneath there, the people can put a washing machine and a tumble dryer. So that's definitely a utility room. That's a bonus. This is the ceiling that we put up underneath that flat roof. And before, I have shown you pictures. Let me put the lights on. So in here, before, it was just a toilet, a basin and a toilet. And there was a bare wall here. And a sort of, it was a really poor job of a shower tray. So what we've done is, and this is part of the money that I had to have allowance for, was to make this into a proper shower room. So we've cladded the wall there, top to ceiling, down, we put a shower tray in, we put a nice shower door in here, and we put a nice shower rail. So we've cladded this area and made this a proper, nice shower room. We've used the existing basin and the existing toilet. I've got to get a new lid because that one was cracked. This just needs cleaning out here now, and we're all done. So that's that area done. So into the kitchen, and we're done in here. Now I've been here because there was some jobs that needed doing, and you can see my hands are all dirty. There's some jobs that I just really wanted to do myself, because there's the finishing touches, and you know, there's these grey areas with refurbs where the painters come in and paint, you know, the plasterers come in and plaster, the carpenter comes in and does his carpentry work, the plumber does his bit. There's these bits in between that they go, well, that's not for me to do. It's called builders work in connection. So they come and do their job. So what I've been doing today is, so we've had the kitchen tiled, so we can see now all the kitchen's tiled, but when we finished the tiling, it didn't go to the window, and we put this window sill on here, and that didn't, the tiles, because they're a set dimension, they didn't go all the way to the windows. So my guy John, who was just arriving here, he's put these plastic trims on all the way around, and I've been putting like a white seal around them all just to finish it off, to close all the gaps. So I've done all that today now, and as you can see, it's looking really good. So if I take you over here, so what we've got is the wall units, 2 units there, sink unit, dishwasher, which I put in because that was within, you know, I'd had money in the budget, and I got such a good deal on the kitchen, I managed to push that extra bit and get that dishwasher in within the budget I originally had. So that's going to be a bonus for the people. So set of drawers, and we're good to go there. So that's ready and that's finished now. It's good to go. We just need to give the floor a clean. I'm going to wipe my feet on this mat. So into the lounge, I'll turn the camera around for you. So into the lounge. Now, as you can see, this is a lovely space now. That wall, if you remember, was really wet and damp, and we reboarded it. And because of these little damp issues we have, we still got a little bit of a problem in this corner here, but we're monitoring it, and we'll just keep an eye on it. So my guy John is here now, and he's going to do some painting. That's what we're going to get on with. So from this corner, you can see we've got a lovely room now, a lovely room. So I'll take you upstairs. And I think this is going to be a good selling point here, that this is a nice big open plan room. So, all carpeted. Up the stairs, this is the 3rd bedroom. Now, you might remember, if you look at the old pictures, there was this cupboard space here with a curtain across here. Now, in this area, this is where the boiler was. The boiler is in here. So I thought, you know, if we're going to do a proper job, let's frame this up and put a door on it. Now, I didn't originally allow that in the original budget because it was just, obviously, I'm trying to put a budget together based on economics. But when I got here, I thought, you know what? It would look a lot better if we put that cupboard there. So I hope you agree with that. So into the front bedroom. Now, again, if you remember some of the earlier pictures, we had some really bad wall here where we took the paper off, and then we had Artex. So we've skimmed all these rooms and we've painted. Now, the other thing was, is, here's John. The other thing was, it's okay, the other thing was, oh, Coco's looking after your house already, she's protecting it. John's downstairs and she's protecting it. Right, go on out of the way. So, the original skirting boards, these are the timbers that go around the room, they were old, and looking ahead, I knew that when this room was all painted and it all looked lovely, those old skirtings would look terrible. So I took the decision to remove those skirtings and put brand new skirtings on all the way, and they needed painting. So putting on and painting, supplying. Again, I didn't allow for that in my original budget, but I knew I had this £2,000 odd for externals, and I was hoping I was never going to have to spend that. And I also had a little bit of a contingency. So that's where we spent that. Into this other bedroom. Now again, if you remember, this is the front bedroom. This was that very, very bad wall we had where the damp was coming through from the old leaky roof. So again, we stripped that right back. We then found that we had 3 layers of wallpaper, and that's very common, 3 layers of wallpaper. And when we peeled the wallpaper off, it pulled the plaster with it. So there was plaster on Artex on the original plaster. So we had to skim it over once to get it level, and then we had to skim it all again. So again, this was something that I could never have foreseen. And yes, the plasterers needed paying extra for that extra work. But again, I've managed to juggle things around, and I'm really looking to pull this in under the £26,500, even though I've spent these few £1,000 extras here. So, oh, are you looking sad, Cokes? You're looking a bit sad, aren't you? You waiting for me? Are you waiting for me? Are you? Who's here? John's here. Is John here? Yeah? He's downstairs. You going downstairs to see John? Go on then. Go downstairs to see John. So, back to that then. So, we've got this